Hey friends, welcome to Season 2 of 3 Dudes in a Movie. We've got some exciting projects moving forward, and of course, tons of movies. Here's a friendly reminder that while our content will always be clean, the movies that we watch may not always be family friendly, so respect the parental rating systems accordingly. Guys, we're back. Woo! Wow, it has been...
Hey, turn my highs down and my lows up. You know what I'm saying, Ryan? Hit that slider.
Yeah, is that how you guys talk in the audio industry?
Yeah, hit to turn the highs down and the lows up. That's what I was told to say.
Amen,
Highs
brother.
down and the lows up is a thing.
We're trying to bust a subwoofer over here. I was told to. I was specifically told to tell Ryan that this.
Well,
really?
The closer
Yeah,
you
church.
get to your microphone, the more low end it'll have.
I suppose that makes sense. You can hear it.
It's called proximity effect.
Yep.
Oh,
Makes sense.
I think I got that in college.
That's what my degree was in. No, that's what your degree was in.
Proximity effect.
Guys, we're back.
We're back.
It's been a month, 5 weeks.
Know that you missed us.
We got our root beer.
Just recorded one of the best intros of all time, featuring Martin Bedwell.
That's me.
Martin Thomas Bedwell. We've got our Stewart's.
Straight from Joyzy. Ryan, thank you for the fancy root beer.
It's from upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Wow, I'm a bad friend, but that's okay. At least we have it on recording. And Ryan has his popcorn.
But Ryan,
Well, I did
how did you get this root beer from upstate New York?
because I spent 3 weeks working at a summer camp.
Oh man,
That's
Sorry,
right.
that's partially why we haven't had an episode in a while.
Man, what have we been up to?
Man, I went to a wedding.
Michigan.
That was fun. We also technically had our trip to Dallas
We
since
also
our
went to
last
Dallas.
recording.
Yeah, I think it dropped while we were there.
That was like right after we recorded the last one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we left the day after we recorded.
Yeah,
We all left the same day.
Yep.
yeah, it's pretty weird. It's
So
pretty weird.
then to Dallas, Arkansas. Technically, we went to Arkansas on that trip.
Yeah, we did.
I went to Arkansas and Texas for the first time in the last month.
And my grandma.
Yep. Spent some time with your fam.
Yeah, it was good.
Went to a conference that happened.
Yep.
And then I went to a wedding
We were at the
where I'll post a picture, but my good buddy Brock got us a custom 3 Dudes in a Movie glass.
Yeah,
I'll throw a
thankful.
picture up. But man, that's
Man, who does that? What a
special
good friend.
gift.
That was
He's a
great.
thoughtful fella.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome.
Cheers to the happy couple.
Yep.
We're
So,
back.
yeah.
Man, I don't remember how to do this.
What do you guys miss about the podcast? One thing you miss about the podcast. Our audience is screaming out so many things. They're like,
I know.
I love how funny Jacob is
I miss his great sense of humor.
and how thoughtful he is to his friends on the podcast
That's right. How
I
they
love his
always
laugh.
encourage each other.
and his angelic voice. Would you?
I missed a lot, but I can say that I've missed having something to look forward to put this kind of creative
Yeah.
thought into, just like looking at my lists like, did I like that movie better than that one? Yes, I did. Why? Let's think about it. And having a place to articulate
Because
it.
you can't do that without the podcast.
Oh, you
Right.
can,
Oh,
but
okay.
it doesn't count because it's not into a microphone.
That's true.
I've missed being forced to watch all these movies.
Really broadening your range.
Ryan had these. He's like, man, where did these random blocks of 2 to 3 hour free time come from in my schedule? That's wild.
Yeah, no, I spent that all driving while we were on
Yeah,
break.
that's true.
I
Yeah.
drove approximately 3,500 to 4,000 miles by myself in 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a
what
lot.
that'll get you at least halfway across the state of Tennessee.
I
Thing
think
is, you're not
it's
wrong.
smidgen- I just hate
I say
it.
that you
So
put-
apparently you can make it from Bristol, Tennessee to Canada before you can get to Memphis. If you left Bristol at the same time going north and west.
Yeah, I believe that, dude. I do believe that. You
So
can,
that's saying if we just took Tennessee and just flipped it,
we could get to
You'd hit
Vertical.
Canada before you'd hit Memphis.
right?
Yeah.
So that just makes me think.
Memphis would be in Florida or
yeah.
something.
If we put it
Yeah.
vertically,
I think it's like
man, that's crazy.
Miami. Let me check that one.
No, that would be. I think. No, for sure. Canada's way closer to Tennessee than Miami is.
Than Memphis is.
Apparently. Excuse me if you guys heard that burp.
Yeah,
Sorry.
dude. I believe it though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Tennessee.
But
we should break.
I
up.
think it's Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get
Jacksonville
to
sounds
Jackson, I
right.
think, just as fast as you can get to Memphis.
Oh,
I think.
That's
Don't quote me on that.
I mean, probably-
Jackson, Tennessee.
No, Jacksonville.
Florida.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Sorry,
I was like,
Jacksonville. The way I had it in Google Maps, I
knew
didn't
what you
see
were
the
saying.
whole
I understand.
word.
I did
I
not.
knew what you were saying.
Oh, I was like, no. You
Home of the
passed
Jag-
Jackson on the way to Memphis.
Home of the Jaguars.
Hey, not for long though.
I'll have to go that way one day.
I heard a rumor they might be going to Chicago. Sorry, there's no merit behind that, but I heard a rumor.
Like they're gonna put a second football team in Chicago.
Hey, they did in L.A. L.A. doesn't even care about football.
Yeah, but it'd be different. Sorry. Now, listen, I had the comment saying that I was too loud. Now I can't unthink it. But they don't.
true.
But they don't even have one good franchise. You ever think about that? The Bears.
L.A. had none.
Well, but then when they were there, they were all right.
That's a conversation for another time.
No, what do you mean? This is a football podcast. What are we talking about in this podcast? We talk about movies.
Movies.
Man.
What let's just quit. What movies have we seen in the last 5 weeks? We know what we're talking about today. We'll get there. What other movies have we seen in these last 5 weeks, guys? And it could be new movies, just movies we've just watched.
I should keep a doc of this.
So I've seen 2 movies, I think. I think that's all I've watched since we last recorded.
Sure, but you've been
What was
I
the
was
other
at
one?
camp for most of that time.
What was the other one?
So I saw Thor and I saw The
The
Martian.
Martian.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Okay.
Jojo Rabbit. We watched Jojo Rabbit last night.
Yep, my first time viewing last night.
Jojo, you got a girlfriend. I love
Beautiful
that
film,
That's
very
the
funny.
one about Hitler, right?
Yep.
movie. Yeah, well, I
Well,
mean,
about-
it's about
It's
Hitler's
something
in
else.
it. Hitler's in it. You
It's
just gotta watch it. It makes sense.
Very funny,
It's pretty funny.
dark,
Yeah,
hauntingly beautiful.
really sad. It's a good movie.
It's not a movie, but the other thing I watched was the rest of Miss Marvel.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta finish that. I will.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. I'm not watching it. but I heard
Episode
it's
3. Episode 3 impressed me, so I'm excited to finish it.
good.
We watched The Black Phone together.
Black Phone. We watched Black Phone in Dallas.
Yep.
That one was okay.
It was very okay.
Yep.
I watched Where the Crawdads Sing
That's right.
with my buddy's wives.
That's right.
Um,
How'd you feel about that one?
I liked it.
All right.
Quite a bit more than I expected, truth be told.
You give it a 7 out of 10?
I'll rank it later.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Actually, no, I haven't given it out of 10 ranking, though. Quick off the cusp, 6.8.
6.8.
No, I'll give it a 7.
I believe with that.
I give it a 7.
I believe.
I'm comfortable with
Okay,
7.
now it's going up
Yeah.
to 8.
Because I really,
Well,
I
now
would,
we're at 8.5.
because I wouldn't have said that like it was okay. I genuinely enjoyed it, truthfully. So I liked
Okay.
it more than Black Phone.
Oh.
Yeah, I was sorry. I stuttered because I was like, do I want to say that right now? I'll rank them later, but I did. Just because Black Phone I had expectations for,
Yeah.
which is not its fault. It's the internet's fault because everyone was touting this as like best horror movie in 5 years. Everyone's like best horror movie since Get Out. I'm
Oh,
like,
for real?
Stop that.
Oh,
Don't do that to movies.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So,
Nice.
and yeah, I saw Thor 3 times.
Yep.
Thanks to the
Almost a 4th.
AMC Movie Pass. I would be there. I would have just gotten back about an hour ago had I gone.
Oh, it would have been a 5th then. I was thinking about, what,
Maybe a
Thursday?
6th.
Friday? When was that? Never mind.
The one with my job?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been today.
Oh,
So that would have
okay.
been fourth.
Sorry.
Yeah,
thought
I
it
turned
was
that one down.
Yeah.
So my job offered me a chance to go see it. I just turned it down. But I was like, look, I don't need to see it a 4th time.
He's a movie reviewer. That's his
Well,
new
he also
job.
turned down to go see it with me.
Oh, yeah.
That's true, but that was very last second.
It was. It was day of.
And I did already have plans to see it a 3rd time.
I I don't remember what other ones I've watched. My Girl.
You did watch My Girl.
I did watch My
Yep.
Girl. Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, Macaulay
Macaulay
Culkin.
Culkin.
That movie is time. It is. It's like when they made movies in the 90s and you're like, why would you do this? That's what they did. It was a great movie.
I do kind of miss that genre of movie. They don't,
Just like
they don't really do that anymore.
No, well, yeah. I'm trying to think if they like.
If they do, they're Hulu originals.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is that pretty accurate? I think it is. Like
They're
the movie
always
that
trying
comes
to
to my
do-
mind is Ingrid Goes West,
Yeah,
which I've not seen, but I'd like to.
or like Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
Is that a Hulu?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm trying to think whatever movies.
Those are the ones that I wrote down that I've seen. Over the Black Phone, Crawdads, Thor, JoJo. I'll be honest, I thought I'd seen a little more than 4 movies, but I guess Thor is...
I mean, that's once a week. That's a pretty good clip. And
You're
you
right.
count Thor, it's what, 6, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
All right. I'll take it. I think what makes it feel this way is because I've just been listening to movie stuff.
And you've
it's just got me amped.
Yeah,
about
you've had,
I
want to watch Rocky.
I'm ready to go back and watch Rocky.
Yeah.
Man. I want to watch Rocky.
There's a oh man, what movie? There's a
They
movie.
just announced Creed 3.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
We gotta watch Creed 2.
Yeah. We still never seen it.
Yeah. Guys, what are some pet peeves that you guys have? Speaking of Rocky,
Just in
what are some
general?
pet peeves, yeah.
Speaking of Rocky.
Yeah, he's
People who don't like Rocky.
Why you got a problem with me? Huh?
I'll say this one because it's my go-to answer, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
And we're kind of making fun with this one. We're having a good time now with it.
Yeah, sure.
It's the word treat.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't
It's a good treat.
but
Is a treat.
we've turned this word into a bit of a meme, and
Is
it's
a
making
treat.
it better for me.
That's good.
Is a treat.
Is a treat.
He can have some as a treat.
Is a treat.
I like that. I don't like that. Maybe you can help me think this out loud.
Okay.
These kind of like those kind of words that have like very childish connotations,
Like what?
like treat.
Yeah.
Just really what are some other ones? Can't think of any off the top of my head.
Man.
Pet peeves are always a thing that you can't. They're hard to remember.
That's why I
until
started
they come
writing
up.
them down. And
Yeah.
I've got at least 3.
I will hit this one. This is my all-time least favorite word. So I don't know if that's a pet peeve, but I'll count it as just the word booger. I hate the word
Why?
booger. I
Booger?
don't know.
You don't like Booger McFarlane? I mean,
I don't like the word. Guys, sorry for the profanity here. I don't like the word poop either.
Really?
Yeah, it's
What?
like I would rather pick any other way to say that word.
Why?
Just
Why does that
it's
word bother you?
childish to me.
It's what it is. It's poop.
I know, and like
Well, I feel like that perfectly describes what it is.
it does. I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will laugh at a good pee pee poo poo meme.
Okay, now we're using profanity.
Yeah. So sorry, I didn't say that any of this made sense, but there's my off the cuff answer.
Okay. Well, we've talked about this, but I hate it when people say, like, they go, "Hey, why don't we go? Get lunch somewhere?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, that makes me so mad. Hey, why don't we go get why don't we go get tacos? Yeah. Or
That seems like a really
Hey.
good idea. Yeah.
hey, lock that door behind you. Yeah. Ah, jeez, dude. Just say right.
Do you
or
think?
say okay.
Do you think "mk" fits there?
Okay.
"Mk"?
No, but that also sounds catty. Like that's
Yeah, it does.
intentional. There's not enough people who use that like
Okay.
casually. They go okay, and you're like, all right. But if somebody says okay, then it's like, all right, we're good. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
stand that word.
That's
Or
valid.
or I've said this before, if you will, or if I may.
If I may,
Yeah, perchance. God, get me.
if I could be so bold as to.
No, I don't like. Well,
Dare I say?
Dare I say?
Dare I say?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Is this, dare I say, annoying to you? Yeah, it's actually bothering the heck out of me. Yeah. Oh, well, that's interesting because it's a treat.
You just reminded me of I don't like it when people say. Gosh, I'm gonna say it wrong. It just catches me off guard when people say ice cream.
Ice cream?
It's ice cream.
Ice cream.
It's not ice cream. It's ice cream.
Wait, tell me if this bothers you. Ice cream.
That was good enough.
Okay. Good enough. All right. Ice cream.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Ice
good.
cream.
It's ice cream.
Ice cream.
Like you could almost
like a slur,
sneak a
ice
comma in there. Like stop that.
Ice cream.
It's ice cream.
Wait,
not-
they go ice cream?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
like
I
it's
see.
get that
Because
hyphen
people
in
say
there.
that.
man.
People do that with Goodwill. They'll go, the Goodwill? I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's it. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
The
It's like,
Walmart? It's like,
Yeah,
no, it's Walmart.
It's Walmart.
The Walmart?
It's
What's the inflection there?
yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Adding
Goodwill?
S to the end of things.
Well, I say Kroger's.
I mean, I do too, but it
I've been
counts.
trying
It counts
Kroger.
though.
I
Like,
try to say Kroger.
yeah,
I've been trying
no,
to.
for sure. I mean,
I would say the Publixes.
Publi.
Yes, Publix.
Meyer, love Meyer for a Midwestern chain. It's Myers though. It's like,
Is it officially? What is it officially?
It's Meyer. But
I thought
everywhere,
it was Myers, yeah.
exactly.
I
did too for the longest time. Till
But
one day
also
I
thought it was
decided to.
Mayer.
That is what it looks like.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
language. You got any pet peeves that you can think of, Ryan?
Yeah.
That's a pet peeve. I hate when people do that.
Mine
Yeah,
isn't
so
really what people say. My big one is if you're walking in a sidewalk and you're not walking fast, don't walk down the center.
Yeah.
Be observant of people around you. Walk on
Like
the
you're
side.
on the road.
Like
Yeah.
I'm
just
always
get
getting
over.
stuck behind people walking, and
And they're
it
just kinda
bugs me
wandering.
like crazy.
It
It killed me at school because
a
I'd
good
be
one.
trying to get places
doesn't-
quick for class or from class to class, and you're stuck behind people in a hallway.
It bothers me when people drift. Then it's like awkward. You're like,
Yeah.
what's going
Yeah.
on here?
Yeah, you try to pass them, and all of a sudden they're in front of you. It's like, wait, you
Yeah,
were over
and
on
now
the side.
you look like
I
a
feel
moron.
awful whenever I drift. I'm just like, I'll catch myself and be like, oh, just
I'm not paying any
walk,
attention.
I'm gonna march from here on out. Like,
Just wandering around in public.
Just gotta walk at my 4 mile an hour walking pace.
Yeah. One of mine, I don't know that I've brought this up before. Something that is a pet peeve of mine. Restrooms that have their own names for like gender specific.
oh, you don't like that?
Like it was like cowgirls or cowboys. I'm like,
Yeah, you don't.
here's the thing, dude. I've got to go. I'm on a mission. I can't go. Is this bass or is this trout? Figure out which one's which. I'm like, dude, I gotta like. Well, the moment's passed. I no longer have to go. It really irritates me when I see that. Just hey, we all like I said. Just put man, woman. It's or whatever, men, women. That's all. Family. You put family too, but it's just like. Here's the pride and the lion and the lioness. It's like I can't stand it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That reminds me of one that happened at church sometime in the last couple of weeks. Just like I love, I grew up Pentecostal. I love a good amen, and just responding, whatever.
Yes.
But I was in a congregation where someone was clapping, and it never made sense. Like,
turn to the book of Mark.
that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. It wasn't like a great point was made, like, amen, brother. No, I was just like, and so we know that Jesus died for the sins of mankind. So I'm halfway through a sentence. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I hate it when people come on.
Oh, like instead of
When they're
amen?
preaching, yeah.
Come on, brother.
Well, I don't mind. It's just like I don't know. They're like, yes, come on. I'm like, I'm going. I'm trying to speak as fast as I can. Yeah, I get that one. Or how about I've talked about this before. I know I have tweets and things on social media that say, "Read that again," or I'm like, no, I'm not gonna read it again. Like, I don't have enough time to read it the first time.
That did grant us one of our favorite reaction things to say. I think that
I believe you think you said something very profound.
I believe that you think you just said something profound. Oh, that's
or I
that's
think you
good.
believe you said something.
Yeah, you can say it
profound.
either way, but
Or
really,
they're like, or people who posted on put something on their story and they're like, louder for the people in the back. And you're like,
we have one of those that we wanted to talk about.
oh yeah.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, we'll come back. All right. Put that.
We'll
Put
do-
it in that. I have one last one.
Okay.
And it really bothers me. Yeah, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to go about this. There's a whole story to it, but I'm going to sound like a cranky old man, but this legitimately happened today.
Okay.
With someone who should not have been. But people who are on the clock and they have an AirPod in, I can't stand it. It's just like, dude, why is that so important that you have to be sitting there listening to your music while you're just be
You
here.
like at a restaurant or something?
Yeah, or like a coffee shop. I'm like, just
I would say that depends on the job.
well, yeah.
And
No.
what
Okay,
What
no.
it sounds like you're talking is service industry.
Well,
in that case,
there's in this
not at
case
all.
what it happened today, and that person definitely should not have. I could do it. It just really stuck out in my mind of like because it's not even. some people, yeah, it depends on the job, and
There's
not even
definitely
like it's
times
not even,
I've
but
been
it's not
working
even
at
like
1 a.m. by myself.
well,
There's
yeah,
nobody
yeah,
else going to be in the building.
yeah.
It's like,
Yes,
so
That's fine. That
100%.
makes sense.
100%. But if you're in a public setting,
Yeah.
and like, hey man, just be here, like be in the moment. I love listening to music. I'll listen to music nonstop if I had to, but then eventually you're like, no, you're out in public, like you're with other people.
You're supposed to be talking.
Especially you're getting paid. It just irritates the heck out of me.
That's good.
So that, yeah, we had that one. Sorry, there's a group text going. Anyway, any other pet peeves you guys have before?
I'm happy with the ones I've shared. Ryan?
there's probably more, but I don't know. Can't think of any at the moment. I'm half asleep right now. So.
Well, Ryan, that's good because I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
All right, that's right. We need your genuine reaction to this.
Yeah. First of all, can you hear that? Can you hear my phone?
I can just feel it.
Okay.
Maybe not.
sorry.
I don't know. I've bumped
The
my
mic
mic
won't.
a few times enough. So.
Okay. All right, Ryan. You tell me what this means. No matter how hard we try, what's meant to be a lesson can never end up being love.
Can you read that one more time, please?
Yeah, sure. No matter how hard we try, what's meant to be a lesson can never end up being love.
Yes.
Come on. What do you think that means, Ryan?
I have no idea.
Just give us your best shot.
Yeah, just try your best.
Just try your best.
Can you read it one more time?
I can read it as many times as you want me to. No matter how hard we try, what's meant to be a lesson can never end up being love.
I got nothing.
And you want to hear some of the comments? Facts, bro. Learned this the hard way. Sad but true. That's so deep. Yup. 10,000%. Heart bullseye emojis. Awesome. Yeah. Maybe no. That's anyway. So that is a line of poetry from someone who I'm not even going to name. Not because I care to name him, because I can't pronounce the name. But
right.
and I'm not going to try.
And it's also not poetry.
It's also not poetry. Marty, we've talked about this, but we're a little bit removed from the situation.
It's been a while.
What do you think it means?
I mean, if you really stop and think literally, it's sheer nonsense. It starts by saying, no matter what, right? I know you read it 4 times. But
Yeah. No matter how hard you try.
No matter how hard you try. So we're prefaced with this ultimatum that puts us in this tiny little box. And then it says that lessons can't be done out of love. And that...
No, it didn't say out of love.
Well, it's a lesson of comes from love.
They can't come... Yeah.
Yeah.
A lesson...
Read the end again.
Hold on 1 second. Dude, I'm just sorry. No matter how hard we try, what's meant to be a lesson can never end up being love.
Yeah, I read into that like, here's this lesson that I'm trying to instill, and that is telling me that the motivation behind it cannot be love.
So then what's the
instinct?
point of love then? I mean, like, I don't, like, are you saying love is stupid? I don't understand. Like, if you learn a lesson, then it cannot have come from love. Is that what it's saying?
Well, that tells
I
me
don't think that's what
lessons are
it's saying.
stupid.
What do
I
you
think
think
it's
it's
talking
saying?
more relationships wise. Like you go
So
through
if
a
you learn a-
relationship, it's a lesson. It can't end up being love.
I see. I don't agree with that, though. I feel like there's plenty of relationships that.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
learn
saying
a-
I agree with.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's
Is
what
what you think it's saying?
I think that's a good take, Ryan.
I think that's what they think that they're
that's
saying.
more literal than what it's
because
saying.
I believe that they think they said something profound.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's good to frame it in the relationship manner. Helps a little bit because, like,
And after you read the comments,
anti-gospel right there. Like,
Yeah.
after you read the comments, I think that's what most people's idea was on it.
well, yeah, true. That's the only thing people care about on the internet.
Jeez.
But
Um.
man, oh man,
Yeah, so now I'm looking at it. Man.
So what comes after love?
Yeah. Well.
Thunder.
Oh,
it's a good
Ryan's like, come on, let's
transition!
go. Let's go.
That's true. I am excited to talk about this movie.
Oh, wait, hold on. But now I have a rebuttal.
Okay.
Same author, same whoever this
Okay.
is.
This
says,
poet.
every love that has lived is a lesson.
You're kidding.
That's no joke. It's
Attributed to the same person?
exact opposite of what she said, or this person said. You can get my book, Love. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go get the book so I can read it. I need some context.
Friends, dear listeners, if you do this with two statements, just to cover all the bases, your words are meaningless.
Well, yeah. What is that called? Cognitive dissonance.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
just
cognitive
nonsense.
dissonance. Yeah, you're literally erasing all variables,
Just cover it.
but also in turn erasing any credibility you might have had in the first place.
And I only say that because little known fact, this was our original idea for a podcast.
Yes, it was.
We were like, let's just come up with dumb.
Your favorite quote
No.
sucks.
Yeah,
That was one of about 7.
But that was
That was the
first.
one that you guys were going to go with for a little
It
while.
was.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly, I think it's a great bit. I think we should continue with it.
We can bring
continue
it-
with the
we can
movies. With the movies, it'll still be a movie podcast.
Bring
but
it in every now and again.
Bring it in. I'll just look up this crud every once in a while, and I'll go, well, all right. So this person, I don't know that they understand what any of those words mean.
Here's an open invite.
Okay.
Since none of you have ever taken us up on any of these open invites we've ever done. But we're going to keep doing it.
Okay, so I watched a podcast that's new. It's called Talkville. It's about Smallville. the TV show.
We're gonna plug another podcast. Right now?
No, sorry, but they did this really cool thing that I'd love to try and figure out.
All right,
Okay.
we're definitely plugging a podcast.
You can
right now.
you can call into it and leave a voicemail message,
Yeah.
and then
I'm down for that.
we can play it back on the episodes.
I'm down for that.
Well, at this point, I'll take any point of contact.
That's
You can
it.
walk up into our
Guys.
basement. Ryan Tannehill can
So
walk into
we're
our
gonna-
basement
so
right now.
I think we'll have to double check.
You got a game.
We should be
tomorrow.
able to set up a voicemail with the Google number,
That's brilliant.
and if we can do that, we'll just post the number.
I'm about it because, guys,
Oh.
talk to us.
I thought you meant the person that calls us.
Guys,
Well, that's
no.
kind of mean.
Talk to us.
Our number.
Yeah, our number. Yeah. Come talk to us.
Send us your
What are you,
favorite
scared?
your favorite sheer nonsense quote
Yeah.
that you read that someone shares on their story and they're
Yep.
like, "This is profound," and it's not.
It's
We
just
want to
not-
hear
It's
it.
just straight up nonsense.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it really lights a fire in my loins, whatever.
So speaking of sheer nonsense, Thor: Love and Thunder. All right, you might
I
have
was
to bleep that.
I was working on my transition there.
Another classic Thor adventure.
This ends here and now.
Hey, Team Kids in a Cage.
Oh my God, go away.
If you haven't seen it, spoiler warning, but it's been like a month and a half at this point.
Yeah, drop like first week of
Oh.
July.
I guess it's been a month.
Just shy.
Yeah, sure, we killed Zeus and they'll chase us down to the end of our days, but it was pretty cool. Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Thor: Love and Thunder. Guys, what did we think? Ryan, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I was a little worried going into it that it wouldn't be that good. I think it was better than I expected it to be.
Okay.
I liked the plot. Storyline was decent. Could have been a little bit better, but just the overall storytelling and stuff. But I felt there were a couple points that may have been a little rushed. It was, I think it's the shortest one that's come out in quite a while.
Yeah, it's quick.
It is. It really is.
Because it was less than 2 hours long.
Yeah.
That's how I've seen it so many times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Easy rewatch.
Yeah, if it was any longer than that, I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, the Batman I got to twice, and I was like, "This is hefty."
It has been about a week and a half since I've seen it, so I got to sit and really think to remember it.
We can go watch it again.
He's looking for any.
I'm sure we can find a showing right now.
Yeah.
We'll just take the whole podcast setting
all
into
the
the
late
theater.
showings belong to Nope right now.
Which one are you going to see eventually? We're going to see Nope.
We'll see Nope.
We'll see Nope.
Any other thoughts for you on Thor?
So far. Opening salvo.
I don't know.
No.
I didn't really prepare for this.
All right.
All right.
All right, Marty, what do you think?
Oh. Man, what do I think of Thor: Love and Thunder? I adore this movie.
All right.
Through and through. I feel like this movie was made for me. Man, this movie is incredible. It is beautiful. I think it has some of the best choice, just cinematography in the MCU. I'm just a couple of scenes come to mind, but like the Shadow Realm, unreal. Just
really
the black
pretty.
and white with
Yeah.
the hint of color from their weapons.
It's pretty cool.
Some of the top-down shots, like the tree
Yeah.
of lightning,
Yeah.
or the battlefield, the very first battlefield with the big bird monsters. You remember that shot?
Yep.
Yeah.
When they're coming across the
they're
field. Yeah.
and Thor's charging them by himself.
Yeah.
Some of the things, just some of those decisions, just are so. I just really caught my eye in my first watch. I adore them. It's very funny. It's not as funny as Ragnarok, which I did prepare myself for. I was like, this movie is not going to be as good as Ragnarok. And while I don't care about that opinion per se, it's different enough that I can say that. This movie is, I think, more beautiful than Ragnarok. I think it has more emotionally deep moments.
Yeah.
I think it has more. What's the more weight, more stakes? It has stakes.
Yeah.
I feel that with Jane and her cancer, that's just a genuine stake. It really starts us off with something that I had thought about, but you don't really do the math until you watch the start of this movie. And Korg's like, and this is Thor, and he's lost anyone he's ever considered the loved one.
Yeah.
And it just lists, and you're like,
oh,
yes,
no.
he
He's got a
has.
body count behind him.
Yes, this man.
Loki kept coming up.
Yeah, Loki, and then Loki again, and then Loki for real this time. Just again and again. Yeah, so just tackling themes of loss and love, and tackling love in a really good way, not just like your generic because just as Christians we listen to secular things talk about love with that grain of salt, but in this term. It's like sip it on your Sonic water.
Sorry.
But in these terms, I think they did a super good job. Just like not thinking of love as anything other than what people are looking for, what people need, because that is true. And I loved it. I loved what they had to say. It was very, very touching at moments. I teared up the first time I watched it. I think we got a good closing arc with Jane and Thor. I love the direction Thor's taken. I mean, I've monologued for 4 minutes now. I'll take a break, but I could talk about this movie for a very long time. This movie is perfect to me.
Nice.
For me. It's everything I wanted.
Yep.
And to everyone who doesn't like it, I get it. 90% of your criticisms I get, unless if you thought it was bad because Bale wasn't in it more, we can fight over that. Not because I didn't want him more. More of him would have been great because he's incredible.
Yeah.
But Jaws is my favorite movie. I've said this 15 times in the last week. But it's the Jaws rule. It's scary because he's not. He's there, but he's not there.
Right.
You don't see him very often. That's a good filmmaking technique, guys. Okay, think about it. Normally, you're not supposed to put on a critic hat for a Marvel movie. But put some thought into this one, just a little bit. The goats were funny too, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like the goats. Hilarious.
They're really funny.
Yeah.
There's my soapbox. I'm taking a step off.
Yep.
Your turn.
Saw it twice. The second time around, I agree. The plot is not as strong. There's a lot of questions and kind of like, okay, we're just kind of rolling with it. And I think I kind of feel like, as much as I get that criticism, I feel like it's an appropriate response to just be like, hey man, let's suspend our disbelief for a bit. Again, we're talking about superheroes.
It's not realistic that happened.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Thor's not realistic.
Yeah,
okay.
it's like SpongeBob's not real because pineapples don't go under the sea, and you're like, okay, well, you got me there. So I think some of that is, some of it's kind of like, okay, whatever, like hokey. People are going to find problems with it either way. But I really liked it. I liked the cast. I thought they killed it in terms of just all the cast choices, like from top to bottom. Christian Bale is just like just one of the best portrayals of any sort of supervillain. I shouldn't say portrayal because I don't know the source material. Obviously, I don't read comics. But in terms of just sheer acting, I mean, he's just fantastic. Those any of those scenes, his conversation with each one of them whenever they go to what's the nightmare planet, the nightmare realm, Shadow realm. Yeah, they go to Shadow realm.
Yu-Gi-Oh! It must be Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's Yu-Gi-Oh! So I really liked him. Obviously, you have your Thor core right there, the four of them there. And then the goats, which are funny, and then you have all the Guardians, and I didn't feel like they overstayed their welcome. I think they got out at the right time in the first 15-20 minutes.
I think they originally had a minute more.
Yeah,
and then the trailer was released because there's scenes in the trailer that were not in the movie.
Yep.
Yeah, they
I'd like to see some deleted scenes for this one.
That might be why it's shorter.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, and they were supposed to be at the end. Well, no, I guess they decided not to.
They probably did film it.
Yeah. Have them at the end.
Knowing Marvel, they had like 3 different versions filmed already.
Yeah, that's a good point. No, and I think that's a good decision. I think they were there. They provided. They were really good. Like
they made us
kickstart.
laugh.
They kickstarted the movie, and then from there, it just kind of went off that momentum and carried it pretty well. We talked about all of the notable Asgard residents. Were all like really funny. I mean,
half of our soldiers are always dead.
Half our soldiers are dead. Half our soldiers are always dead. No, I mean, Matt Damon, Sam
Melissa
Neill,
McCarthy,
Luke Hemsworth. I mean, it was just good. And it was just clever. Like to have like your older brother portray you in the MCU as this washed up like thespian actor. That's brilliant. Like I love that. So when I see him just acting as him, I'm like, that's awesome. But then also to that Chris Hemsworth's actual daughter is the one, is the girl at the end. I love. You just like. Yeah, it's just
that makes it better.
And his wife is in it as well.
The woman he kisses on the wolf is his wife.
Yeah, it's just like little stuff like that. It's just like
done
nods.
That one before. The woman that Thor usually kisses is actually his wife.
Yeah, they did
in a lot of cases.
In the first
not
Thor.
all of them, but in a lot of them.
But in the first Thor, the big kiss with Jane.
Yeah.
It was his wife.
That's so cool. Yeah. So I just think like stuff like that is just such a cool little head nod. Like we talked about it. I think that's one thing that we talked about after watching the second time. I was like, man, whoever did the casting in this, they just murdered. Did great. And
the casting has been set for quite a while.
It just
a lot of them, not everybody, but for the majority of the characters. It's been set for a good 5-10 years at this point.
Yeah.
But it really, because of that, it really leaves a big space to screw up.
Well, and it's like the people that you didn't care about. Like, who cares? Like, who do we put in as these actors for
who's going to be
Loki? It's like
who's going to be Heimdall's son?
Yeah, it's like, who cares? And it's like, no. Let's actually let's have fun with this.
I care now.
Yeah, like let's put Matt Damon.
His name's Axel.
or Axel. Yeah, like that. So like stuff like that they put a little bit of TLC in just to like attention to detail. So the casting I loved. And obviously beautiful. It's a bright movie. So many colors. You said the cinematography was really great. Some of the shots are just like,
I remember, because you and I, both times you've seen it, we've watched together.
Yeah.
That first time we watched it, it's that scene in New Asgard. As soon as Thor shows up, he just sees Jane for the first time in 7 years.
Yeah.
And then he gets his first glimpse at Gore.
Yeah, dude. It's so scary.
You and I could feel both of us just like,
That guy is awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'd stay away from that guy. And they use him sparingly. Yeah. And then the Asgardians get together. What's his name? Meek. So they're having their town hall meeting, and he's taking the minutes. They're like, "What is that squeaking?" He's like, "I'm taking minutes." And on the whiteboard is the entire script of the entire plot of the movie.
Yep.
I got that the second time. I was like, "That's
You can see eternity.
Is that what was on there?
Yeah. You
yeah."
can see eternity.
You can
yeah.
see the celestial city. I was like, "That's the plot." Like it's so brilliant. Like just stuff like that. I'm like, "What the heck is?" Because I was like, "How long has this meeting been going on?" I was like, "Oh no, they haven't met Zeus yet," and it was just so funny. So I love that. I thought that was funny.
Two of the things that I loved is when the axe kept doing things because he was going after the hammer.
He was like, "Oh, hey, I was just calling
Just slowly
you."
creeping in.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think it's funny. I think that's something else that they brought into it that could have been really weird, but I think came off really great.
The
It's just
personification of the weapons.
of those all those weapons. You're like, that could have been really strange. And I do feel like that is just like they do a really good striking the balance between he is Thor, he is the god of thunder, he is this Norse character, but then he's also like just kind of his own, like he's just this brawny man. He's just trying to like, he's kind of an idiot sometimes. He's not an idiot. He's just kind of like, he does things his way. He's a man. And I think they just hit both of those really well. Whereas like it brings out some of those like Norse mythology themes, but then also like put in a setting as like, well, he's your rock and roll, just kind of go with the flow type of guy, you know?
He's a hero. He's going to fight. He's going to save people.
Yeah. And of course,
one of the lines that he said that I thought was one of the best lines in the movie was at the end with the kids. And it's like, I forget exactly the way it was worded, but he's like, I give these weapons the power of Thor for a short time.
For a limited time only.
I love because he's like, and he's got his eyes closed, head bowed, and then he looks up for a second, he goes, for a limited time only. And then they just go melee on everything. I loved that scene. Love November Rain. Lots of Guns N' Roses. We love it.
Here's something I don't get though. Right at the end there, if they're in eternity, why couldn't they also get something?
There's only one. It was only a one-time wish.
So it's not per person, just one time.
Yeah, I paid attention to it. I did pay attention when King Valkyrie said it at this
during the hall meeting.
Yeah, what did I call it? It's not Celestial City. What is it? Omnipotent
City.
Yeah, I said Celestial City.
The question with
that's from Pilgrim's Progress. I'm like John Bunyan.
So you're going to tell me that a place existed that you could grant one wish and nobody ever used it?
Well, because they didn't have the key.
Apparently, you needed the Bifrost.
Oh, it needed the Bifrost. That's true.
Yeah.
So I guess it would have only been certain people. But still, you're telling me that Thor's father didn't use it?
Guess not.
I wonder if, I'm sure this gets comic booky. I almost wonder if all those those deities knew about it. I think it was just probably agreed upon, like, you don't pursue it.
Probably, yeah.
But they would know. They'd go, hey, he's going after Stormbreaker. Or using the Bifrost, so like maybe it was like a
technically would have the power to do it,
and maybe it was like a mutually assured.
Thousands of years, it was him.
Yeah,
he was probably the only one who could have done it.
Maybe it's like a mutually assured destruction.
Thor's father could have done it too.
Yeah,
because he could call the power of the Bifrost.
You know, that's one of those questions that I wanted to delve into, and I'm like, nah, I'm all right. I just kind of go, it's a plot, it's a movie. Let's just go with it.
That's what makes me. I do struggle when I invite people to think about this movie a little more critically. Because there are so many of those moments where it's just like, I can't forget this is a Marvel movie. Don't ask too many questions.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll give it to you. There's a few more of those in this than your average Marvel movie.
Yeah.
But they all have them.
Right.
They really all do.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, love the soundtrack. You know, love Guns N' Roses. So, what else? What else did I like about it?
Super quotable.
So many.
We've been quoting it nonstop.
So funny.
Thor beats Zeus very quickly.
Yeah, what was the deal with that? Well, he doesn't beat. I mean, he kind of cheap shot.
Yeah,
true. But he doesn't kill him either.
From what I could figure best is that the gods in that area, in the Celestial City or whatever it was called, have just gotten lazy.
Yeah.
Whereas Thor is out there fighting.
Well, and
but he doesn't kill him though.
No.
Well, he thought he did.
I think...
Right, but he thought he did.
I think that's true. They kind of set it up that I feel like the Necro Sword is the only way to kill gods.
Yeah.
But I did think that his.
But everybody-
I think Thunderbolt should have been able to kill him.
Yeah.
But everybody thought that.
Like when
Everybody thought he had killed him.
yeah, true.
You know, like it was somebody in the crowd could have just been like, "Well, that doesn't." He's gonna get up in like 12 to 6.
That's true.
Maybe it's I say this, and this might be Rick and Morty. I've mentioned Rick and Morty when they go to the Shadow Realm or whatever, because there's a Rick and Morty episode that's like, they're like
On the
giants walking
planet,
on the
yeah.
surface of the planet. But also like Rick and Morty, like I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes before that, there's a theme park that they have like only when you're in that theme park you're immortal, but then as soon as you get out of that force field, you're dead. So like maybe it was something like that where it's like, well, the gods can't die in Omnipotent City, but they can if
Maybe
they
that's
get
where you go when you die.
yeah, something like
Well,
that.
never mind, because that would mean
Valhalla.
Yeah, it's
Or
yeah.
whatever.
yeah.
But anyway,
what's Thor's father's name?
Odin.
Odin. That would mean Odin would have been there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, true. It is. It's fascinating. It leaves a lot of questions that you can't ask. Some of them are fun to ask like that.
Yeah. I'm okay with that too. Like I'm okay with
Yeah.
like the line between this is unacceptable, this makes no sense, inconsistent, or this is just fun to question and wonder about. And if I don't ever get an answer, I'll be all right.
And it's okay because this movie is not very necessary for the greater MCU.
No.
Like I love this movie, but for the greater MCU, it didn't need it.
Although it's setting up some things.
It is. But I think there are things that they could have gotten elsewhere.
Yeah.
What
Because
did it
something.
set up?
Well, here, I want to make sure you get your due diligence. Do you got anything else you want to add before we find our tangents?
we move on. Yeah.
So something that the MCU has been doing, and maybe as we talk about it, we'll be like, they've always done this. But I've only started to notice it recently, similar to the conversation we've had in the past. But the thing that comes to my mind is the MCU is throwing away a lot of their stakes very quickly.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange 2, it ends. He collapses the third eye. Oh no, was he corrupt by the Darkhold? One post-credit scene later, he's like, yes, I'm ready to save the day. And it looks like he has the power of that third eye on his, like he has control of it.
Yeah.
So what, now he's just more powerful?
Right.
Yeah,
And
they've been doing that more lately. They did that with Hulk too. The Hulk keeps popping up, and he's in different forms.
yeah,
And they're not explaining it.
the Hulk is something that should create stakes. And they just make it so there's none.
I saw a really good meme on the internet about how they've been devolving Hulk over time. It's pretty funny.
It's pretty true.
It is. It honestly is.
And now was it the one where the
He's,
fourth
like,
panel
playing
was him with his cousin in the trailer with that T-shirt on?
No, he was in like some sort of nursery, like with like plants and stuff. Whatever the
okay.
screenshot is, he looks like a dork.
Okay.
It's just like yeah. But he's been changed before. Something's been happening to Hulk, and nobody's talking about it.
Yeah. Another example of the stakes thing is Endgame ends.
Yeah.
This movie starts, and this whole time we have this big question. What is Thor doing with the Guardians?
Yep.
Yeah.
And 15 minutes in, and it's like, oh,
Well,
we didn't get any of it. Just fine.
some of that I
I'm
think
not
is
saying
because
it's a problem.
the Guardians movie got delayed. I think
Yes, but
because I think that was
Took me about, like,
supposed to come
3
out.
years.
That was supposed to come out before this.
yeah, that would have been in this phase.
Yeah, but it would have been after Endgame before this. So they may have had to redo what they were doing in Guardians.
Which is fine.
So,
But
That
I
may
think
be what happened there.
I think it fits the bill.
Does Thor have to work out now to keep his shape? That's all I was thinking.
It's like the character.
I think he just stopped eating Cheese Whiz all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, he was doing his workout
Do
regimen.
you know what flows
That's true.
through my veins? Cheese whiz.
But it made me wonder. I was
That's
like,
got to be one of the greatest lines in all the
So
movies.
but also, I mean, it happened to Zeus. So
True.
these gods still got to keep in shape.
Yeah, but Thor's still fighting. Well, that's the thing. Thor's hardly a god. He's just a superhero.
What do you mean? He's
Thor
a
is
god.
the son of a god.
Well, demigod, god. It's
Yeah.
Marvel is playing fast
Yeah,
and loose
yeah,
with
yeah,
all of
yeah.
these definitions.
Well, I mean,
Thor would be
but-
around the same level that Hercules would
But
be
like
at.
Thanos, he
Yes,
probably
for
still
sure.
have to work out. Otherwise, he get fat. I just think it's funny that these superheroes are like, well, we got to work out or else I get a
Yeah.
beer gut.
See, that's where it gets confusing. Is like you have all these deities, and then you have the Eternals, and you've got
They aren't really eternal.
You've
That
got
is-
all like, and you've got all that like realm with the
Celestials.
Celestials and everything. It's like, so what's the difference between Celestial and the God? Like,
Well, you saw the Celestials there, right? As
Were there
they flew
Celestials
away
in
with
there?
the goats.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
That was a question that a lot of people were like, so what does that mean? And so
Yeah.
Marvel basically took this chance to be like, and it's just it's saying the same multiverse thing, just slightly different, where it's like, hey, everything goes. What
Yeah.
if it is a
Yeah.
possibility,
That's
we
like-
can do
It's
it.
like that last battle in Endgame. It's just insanity.
Yeah.
Like, you've got tech, you've got magic, you've
Yep.
got like so on and so forth.
Power of gods, power of
A bow and an arrow,
literally the most basic.
like
Yeah.
So what are the Celestials?
So those are. So you haven't seen Eternals.
Nope.
But Celestials, the long short of it is, they're the beings that create.
the universes.
That's right. They create universes.
Yeah.
They create life.
How many are there?
That we don't know.
Okay.
A few, but the big plot for Eternals was Celestials are born, like planets are like eggs. They're born out of planets.
Okay.
And so Earth was going to give birth to its Celestial.
The
Eternals
Celestials need beings. They like pull the energy from the beings or
Yeah.
something like that to grow.
So planets
Okay.
have to go through large, thousands of year cycles of civilizations to
Yep.
get that kind of energy force. And the Eternals, the team of the Eternals that we get to know in the movie, stop it because they're like, no, this planet's worth saving. Because of course it is. It's
Earth.
Yeah,
It's Earth.
Okay.
it's the center of the MCU. But
Well,
so they are these giant, big things. Maybe you noticed them in Thor.
yeah.
Remember when the goats fly away?
The screenshot.
And, yeah,
I
they're
saw
looking
it.
at
That's
so that's what they look like. Just think of them as a different kind of god with a different instead of like ruling, they create life.
Okay.
Think of it like something like
They don't
that.
have personalities. They're just kind of the way they are.
I think they do because at the end,
In the comics,
one-
they do.
well, yeah, I'm sure
They haven't
a lot.
dived into it yet in the movies.
They haven't had time to flesh it out.
So,
The
yeah.
Eternals ends with them taking the main one that they know takes the Eternals. It's like you guys have to be judged for your decision to save Earth.
Yeah.
We'll deem whether or not you need to be punished for this.
Well, and
So it's neat.
Yeah,
then
it
I
looks
wonder.
neat.
I still don't understand where the Watchers fall in.
They are not like they've acknowledged that they exist,
Yeah,
but are giving them nothing.
yeah. They've
you
only
count What
been
If.
in What If. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, also
Oh, there's a
the
couple end credit
Guardians
scenes.
too. I think
There was an end credit scene somewhere
with Stan Lee.
with
yeah,
Stan Lee.
It was
'Cause
Guardians
I
too.
think at one point they were actually going to take and make Stan Lee like
Yeah.
the head Watcher, and they were going to do a plot like that.
Yeah. What are the Watchers?
It's a
So
great question.
What If kind of tackles it? It's he literally just has to monitor and make sure things are running smoothly.
in the multiverse?
And
He's
so,
doing a pretty lousy job.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
well, in What If he decides to intervene?
Even though he's not supposed to,
It's not supposed to, but he deems it necessary.
Yeah.
So
he breaks his oath to interfere.
it's
Wait, do they? They're the guys they're the guys in the space robes. They're sitting there watching them.
Yeah.
And was that in Guardians? Which one was that?
Guardians had some of them. Yep.
Yeah.
And then What If?
Stanley, was he not in? Was he
It
not
was
on
a
one of those
post-credit
things?
scene. I don't remember which movie.
Remember, they start walking away. He's like, "Guys, I'm only
Yeah.
just getting started."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the one in What If is Jeffrey Wright.
Oh okay.
Yep. Because everyone was like, when the Batman came out, everyone was like, "Isn't that the guy who's the Watcher in What If?" Because I think What If was the show right before Batman.
Yeah, it wasn't long before.
How
couple
much
months.
is that? Are
When did
the-
Batman
wait,
come
do
out? That was the springtime. It was
Batman
like
was like February.
so it was like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Wait, did they bring up? Did they touch the Watchers in Loki?
No,
Believe it or not, no.
not
They-
yet.
Okay.
We've only
So-
seen one season of Loki.
So
All that Loki did is introduce Kang,
yeah,
even though they didn't officially call him that.
The
But now
next-
they've now announced
the
that,
next
I think-
Thanos level villain was introduced in Loki.
Is that what Kane Dynasty's from?
Yep.
Yeah, well, they've now
Nice.
officially announced
So,
that movie. I think.
You watch whatever you want, but
Thanks, man.
I would push a little on Loki.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. I
it's
need
not
to.
that much.
Yeah.
And
I know
it's-
it's supposed to be.
It's the one
cream
that
of the
is
crop.
like it is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really on paper.
Oh, yeah.
Plus Tom Hiddleston.
I know.
Yeah.
And Owen Wilson. I know.
True.
I know.
Yeah,
I just got to get to it.
So,
Yeah.
but yep. And plus we're getting Kang in Ant-Man. He's the
Is that
Ant-Man
what it's
villain.
showing? Okay.
Yep. So it's
Because they also
that's going to
I
be
think-
interesting to introduce because that'll be the main. Because obviously Loki's mainstream.
Yeah.
But to the people who don't watch the shows, that'll be the big introduction
Yep.
for the movies.
Well, because it's also not an official announcement. Like, it's just, hey, we think this is who this is.
Yeah. True. Well, we don't technically know him.
Yeah. Now, I do know that, or I think, if I understand it right, I didn't really look into it, but I think at Comic-Con or whatever happened recently, they just announced Phase 6.
Oh, you didn't see?
I didn't actually look into
it's,
things.
It's fun.
But I think they announced Kang having a movie, right?
Yes.
And that's the next
So,
Avengers.
Do we want to take some time and chat about that?
About what all they announced?
Yeah.
You guys can. I will not be participating. Because
Okay.
I didn't keep up. I mean, I saw
I don't
something
know what
on it.
got it.
I'll
announced,
literally just
so.
read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I have
all
no
I
idea.
read through the
I'm-
list.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be here. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know
good.
we still
I
still
guess what I'm trying to
have
say is I'll be here.
before that we still have Guardians that's already been announced. That's coming.
You look up what's-
Secret Invasion, Secret
you
Wars.
look up what got announced, and I'll look at.
So Phase 4 ends with Black Panther.
That's where we're currently in.
Yep.
What's the next one coming out?
5 will be
What's the next movie coming out?
Let me
Black
see.
Panther.
Oh, that's the next.
So we
Okay.
have
So
one
Phase
more
4
movie
is
in
really
Phase 4.
short.
Yep. She-Hulk and you could say that, but technically with the shows,
I Am
the most,
Groot
it has the most
shows-
runtime.
I am Groot.
Really?
Yep. So we're getting
She-Hulk attorney at law.
She-Hulk is still so I think I Am Groot is just for fun,
I think it's an
but
animated.
that's technically
Untitled
Phase 4.
Marvel Halloween special.
So we're getting
Sorry.
Spider-Man freshman year's coming,
animated.
which is going to be a multiversal take on Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
What if season 2? X-Men 97 if you care, but that's not MCU.
So Black Panther Wakanda Forever is the last one of Phase 4.
Yep.
All right, we go into Phase 5.
Yep. So this is great. No, can I just get a screenshot of
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Quantum Mania?
Quantumanium.
Let me just see if I can't find. I was just going to go through post by post, but I'd like it if I could just find a post of the branch. Yes, just everything in one.
Guardians of the Galaxy
All
Volume
right.
3.
So we're going to start with Ant-Man 3, Secret Invasion, Guardians 3, Echo, Loki Season 2,
The Marvels.
The Marvels, yep. Blade, Ironheart,
Oh, Blade.
and Agatha. All of that, all 9 of those properties are
Daredevil.
2023.
Okay.
Yep.
But yes, so Daredevil, the new Captain America, and Thunderbolts are all 2024. But Thunderbolts will be what finishes 5.
Okay.
Wait, Captain
So-
America New World Order is a movie?
Yeah, it'll be the next.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch that.
That'll probably be with
Yeah,
Anthony Mackie
Yep.
yeah,
as
Sam Wilson.
Captain America.
Yep.
Yep. So
What is Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts is going to be think like Marvel Suicide Squad.
Okay, whatever.
So,
Right?
like-
It's going to be like Eternals.
No, it's with
No, I mean that it.
it's with common characters. So it'll be like the new Black Widow,
You mean
the U.S. agent from Falcon
Okay.
Winter Soldier.
His,
I think.
So it'll be Elena, the
Yeah.
agent, probably the what's his name?
Fury.
The other guy that's Captain that injected himself with serum. Or did he? No, he didn't inject himself
don't
with
know.
serum.
Phase
From
6 and beyond.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I bet the Winter Soldier is going to be one of them.
Maybe-
Golly,
maybe
dude,
not.
don't bring him back. Phase 6 and beyond. Fantastic
Well,
Four.
Phase 6, all they said is going to start with Fantastic Four
Deadpool
and
3.
end with Deadpool 3 would technically fall in it.
Shang-Chi 2.
I hope so. But
Spider-Man
all
4.
they said was it's starting with Fantastic Four and ending with the 2 new Avengers movies.
Avengers, Kang
Kang
Dynasty, and Secret Wars.
Which awesome, super hype for all of those.
I'm excited to finally get the Skrill invasion explained and why we saw a Skrill acting as Nick Fury.
Yeah, that'll be
'Cause
Secret Invasion.
That's been it's been 3 years already?
Yeah.
And they haven't explained that one?
That'll be Secret Invasion. Some properties that we know are coming. So that'll probably be Phase 6 that aren't announced yet. We're getting that Iron Wars.
Armor Wars.
Yeah, it's going to be War Machine's show.
Mm.
Deadpool 3. They said they're going to
Shang-Chi 2.
make that MCU. Shang-Chi's going to get another one.
Spider-Man 4. Wonder Woman. Or Wonder Man. Sorry. I get them mixed up.
Hey, speaking of random characters, your favorite characters coming in Guardians 3? Adam Warlock.
Oh, hey, I've been looking for him. Wonder where he's coming.
I've watched a lot of Marvel stuff with you in the last year, and every time one ends, you're like, but where's Adam Warlock?
There's only one person that holds them all in common.
So
Adam Warlock. Where is he? What is he doing? You know what I mean?
I think all the X-Men movies are finally on Disney Plus.
Yep.
So both Deadpools are there now.
So I hate that's but Phase 6 will maybe introduce mutants. This is a spoiler. I know I've seen it, but didn't Miss Marvel introduce the Inhumans? Is that what she technically is?
They never talk about what she... no, sorry. No, she's not.
She a mutant?
Not a mutant.
Okay, I'll just have to watch
But they
it.
do explain it.
Okay, I'll just have to
All
watch
right.
I forgot. Sorry. It's been a
Well, friends,
couple of weeks.
we about ran up on time, and we've still got a few things to do.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So, Marty, do you want to go ahead and talk? We'll look at our list. We love Thor, Love and Thunder. We'll look at our top new releases of 2022.
Shall we?
You restructured your list. Dude, I don't... It's quicker.
Well, I was just kind of building up to it.
I don't know. It's season 2. Are we still going to do that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rank these films. Rank these films. Rank these films. Hey, everybody, welcome
Welcome to another episode of Rank These Films.
How is it?
I'm your host.
Greg Miller puts it, podcast within a podcast.
Who's Craig Miller?
From Kind of Funny fame.
All right, you really... No, from Super Slam.
So, I have restructured my list.
All right.
Come at me if you think this is cheating. Jacob thinks it's cheating.
I don't have a problem with it.
No, I mean, I switched a
A little
couple
bit of
things
perspective changes things.
I'm glad you
I
think
agree
that.
with it. I just think that you better have changed it the way that I wanted you to.
I dropped Doctor Strange too, quite a bit.
All right. That's what I wanted.
So I have 9 movies currently for 3 Dudes at the Movies. So at number 9, I have Jurassic World Dominion.
No, what?
Had fun with it, but it is straight
That's
up just not good.
stupid.
It's not good.
Oh, who could have
Number
seen that?
8, I have The Northman.
But you got a hat from Hardee's.
2 of them.
You got 2 hats.
Number
from
8 is The
Hardee's.
Northman.
Where's the Northman hat, huh?
I struggle with this one because that one is I enjoyed it and it's good.
Yeah.
So the only one that I enjoyed and is not good truly is Jurassic World Dominion. You could say about Doctor Strange too, but it does enough fun things for me, which is why it's my number 7.
Okay.
Number 6 is The Black Phone.
Oh, I gotta put that in there. Yeah, you're
Very
right.
much enjoyed it, but it was under expectations. Number 5, Where the Crawdads Sing. Above
Dude.
expectations. And after talking...
You put Where the Crawdads Sing above the Northman?
Yes.
Why are we doing this? Go ahead.
I liked it.
All right.
I liked it a lot.
Sure. Jeez.
Jeez,
It's because of the company you watched it with.
I loved the company I watched The Northman with.
Yeah, but there was a couple people there I think swayed your vote. It was just us hanging out. You would have liked it more. That's all I'm saying.
I'll give that to you. I think that's probably true. But I did really like The Northman.
Well,
But I was genuinely kind of impressed with Crawdads.
okay.
Truly.
All right.
I mean, if you read the book, everyone I've talked to has read the book.
It's trash.
It sounds like the movie is a better version of
Yeah,
the
okay,
story.
I'll give you that.
Truly.
It might be. I believe you.
4 is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay.
Really, honestly, I'm hankering to give that a rewatch. 3 is Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, wow.
2 is The Batman, and 1 is Thor: Love and Thunder.
So when you said the other day that you think Top Gun Maverick's going to win Best Picture, what did you mean by that?
I want it to win Best Picture.
You want it to win Best Picture, or do you think it's going to win?
I think it's the front runner right now.
If you want it to win, then why is it number 1 on your list?
Because it's not my number 1. Well, the 2 movies ahead of it on my list are not going to compete for Best Picture.
They might. Here's the thing. It just depends on what the studio wants to do. That's what
true.
it depends
That's
on. Now, Marvel probably not, but I could see some
The Batman.
moron at Batman.
Someone's
be
going
like,
to give the
"Put it
Batman
in,
a vote.
It's nice and grungy.
I just really miss when the awards were like a blockbuster could win the award. Now it has to be these indie films that are award bait. And I just dislike that. I want Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick is the best movie that has come out this year.
Really
it's just not my favorite, but it's a masterpiece.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's
still number one on my list.
It should be. I know my list is weird. That's my list. I have 7 ranked really high on the other list. I'm weird. I know that.
I sort of just rearranged mine.
Go for it if you're ready to share.
I did The Northman still in 5th. Well, now is 5th. The Batman is 4th. Doctor Strange 2 is 3. Thor: Love and Thunder is 2. And Top Gun's 1.
There you go.
Do you guys want to hear about the... Wait a minute. What? Oscar contenders are listed in alphabetical order. Only films I've seen will be deemed frontrunners. I don't care what you think. So
when are the Oscars?
Well, these past ones were in March. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew they were recent, but I couldn't think of how
we
recent.
all remember that.
So.
Oh
yeah. Oh gosh, that was like 4 months ago already.
Yeah. Dude, Elvis is in
and the Grammys were a week later, and Nate Bargatze wore that helmet. You remember?
Yeah, I do. I remember seeing that. That was funny. March 12th, 2023 will be the... Hold on, let me look at Best Picture. According to Variety, here's the list. Here's kind of the lineup. Right now...
This is what they have competing?
Yeah, well, these are the predicted nominees.
Okay. Are these movies that are out so far?
No.
Or they're just looking ahead?
I think they're looking ahead. Well, some of them are. I mean...
Is it on the list?
What?
Top Gun.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
The Fablemans. That's on Spielberg's own childhood. I don't know that this is Bardo. These so these haven't released yet. Tar?
Okay, I've heard of that.
I don't know this one.
That sounded okay. I don't remember what it's about.
Okay, it's not released yet.
BJ Novak's Vengeance?
The Sun?
Sure.
Let's see. Women Talking. Don't comment. Don't say anything. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Triangle of Sadness. I think that one looks...
I don't know why that never crossed my mind. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, well.
That might win.
The Banshees of Inisherin.
It's still in theaters.
Elvis.
I know. I almost went and saw it today.
And finally, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
I don't.
Nope.
Next in line, White Noise, Babylon, Top Gun Maverick, Till, Empire of Light, She Said, Living, Avatar, The Way of Water, The Woman King, Don't Worry, Darling. Other top tier contenders. Glass.
I was wondering if Don't Worry, Darling was going to be up in there.
Sure. Also in contention, some of these. Anyway, all right. Let's look at my list. All right, so number 1 so far, Top Gun Maverick.
Woo!
Number 2, The Batman.
Mm.
Number 3, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yay.
Number 4, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
So good.
Number 5, The Northman.
So good.
6, Black Phone. And then 7, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Doctor Strange is going to slowly plummet for me as my life goes on.
And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm just not going to hate
the thing.
on it.
That's the thing. You're right. The Northman is that low. I would consider the Northman good. I would not consider Doctor Strange good.
Well, boys, we did it.
We've ranked some films.
We made a podcast for one season and 1 episode.
Guys, we're going to come at you with
a pleasure.
With
the Green
I'm
so
Mile.
glad that we've been able to do this. It's been great hanging out with you guys. We made it. We had a pretty good run, And so
this is our Green Mile. We're
really
done.
looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Thank you to all my
thank
my
you so
fans.
much for listening. I highly recommend you just find something else to do now. I guess now that we're over, maybe you could fold some laundry or call your mom. I don't know. Just do something.
Remember,
Hey guys, just
brush your teeth, drive the speed limit.
and finally, remember to get your pet spayed neutered. I was gonna say finally, you guys have anything else to say before signing off? I've got one thing, but y'all go ahead.
Thank you for listening while we took a break. We consistently kept
Ryan's
up
over
quite a
here with the
few.
professional,
He's right.
like, of course.
Our numbers went up.
Yeah,
Our
we
numbers
had
went-
so I
we
just
shut
looked
up
at
and
it.
the numbers went
Dude,
up.
we had like 50.
No, I just
legit
looked at it. In the
stuff.
last 30 days, we had 67 listens, and we
People
haven't
are like,
posted
"Yeah,
an
man."
episode in
Thank
6
you, guys.
weeks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Green Mile's next, by the way.
Green Mile is next. We're pretty excited about it.
I'm
Have you
hyped.
seen Green Mile?
A couple times. I love it.
Ryan, have you seen Green Mile?
Nope.
All right, it's gonna be good. I think you think
Shawshank's little brother.
well, but he's fatter than I was trying to think. I was trying to think how long of a movie it is. He's a little pudgy. I think Ryan. I think you'll like it.
He will. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ryan will
it's a
like
good
it.
movie. Tearjerker, but it's good. But anything else before we sign off?
Nah, what do you got for us?
Well, guys, thank you for listening. Tune in next time, Green Mile. And remember, no matter how hard we try, what's meant to be a lesson can never end up being love. Love you guys.
Beep, 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 beep. Thanks for listening to the Three Dudes in a Movie podcast. We appreciate you. Feel free to follow us on Instagram and be sure to give us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. Have a great day, and remember, movies are good. All right, bye.